it's Andrew here from Craps Down Under. Today I'm going to do a modified version of the Oscars grind. It's not really, I guess, the right thing to call it the Oscars grind, so it's probably my own take on the Oscars grind. So it is actually quite a bit different. Once I've kind of thought through things, I've actually come up with quite a different play, but it sticks within the same concept of Oscars grind in that we only go up on a win. However, I'll probably best to just explain it. So we'll play on the pass line. So we'll just start the same as we normally do. $1,000 bankroll. Probably best to just explain it as we go along. So we lose. That's a come out. I'll just track the losses there. I'll just leave them sitting there. So on a loss, we're not doing anything here. We're at the base level, so we're not going to do anything. We're just going to same bet. Same as the normal Oscars grind, your same bet. And we've got a five's the point. So what we're doing here, gain 50-50 bets is what we play it with. 6, just see if we get the point or if we get a 7. Ace deuce. 9. Ace deuce. Lots of horn numbers so far. 4. 9. Ace deuce, that's quite a few of them, and quite a few 9s. I've actually rolled onto a 12, but we'll take it as a 12 because that's how it fell. And that was a midnight, another 9, freaky 9s, and more ace deuces. And there's a 10, 8. So I've rolled almost everything except our point. There's another 9. 9 is hot tonight, and another ace deuce. And another ace deuce. And another 9. And a midnight. And a hard 4. So I think the only number we haven't rolled is maybe a 6 and a yo. We haven't rolled a yo and a 6, and we've rolled the 5 once. So I've rolled just about, and another ace deuce. And there's our 7. So weird roll, didn't get anywhere. So that's our second one we lose. So again, we just flat bet. And we're on that 6. We were looking for a 5 before, not a 6. There's a 6 came hard, obviously. And we hit the 6. All right. So this is an interesting one. So we get a win, and the little change that we're doing here is we will go up, but we'll only go up once. And the idea here is the Oscars grind suffers a problem, and I can probably explain this with some white and reds. We'll call the reds the losers and the whites are the winners, right? So if you get alternating, so there's a loss, then you get a win. What you'll typically do is you'll follow up with a double like what we're doing here. So we've had a run of losses. If we have a look, we had 2 losses followed by a win, and we're at this point here doubling up. When you double up, if you get back to back, like alternating, here is a loss, then a win, then you're going to go up to 3. And if you're getting alternating win, loss, you actually start ramping up, and it just keeps going up, 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 up. So I'm actually introducing a rule here so that you don't keep escalating the bet on alternatings, win, loss. We'll go up once, but if we don't get back-to-back wins, we're not going to go up again until we get a back-to-back win. So it's a pretty simple rule, but it stops the bet escalating until you get back-to-back wins. So you'll just stay at that level. I think it's a fairly simple change, but I think it's probably going to be fairly effective at not ramping up on the kind of nemesis, which is the choppy hands are the nemesis for the Oscars grind. I think a simple rule like that actually saves quite a bit of a headache with Oscars grind. Continuing to lose one unit every time you get alternating. And alternating is going to happen about half the time. So I think it's actually a really useful little change. So there we go, we won 2. There's our other loss that we had there. So we're basically got back our loss and we've got a unit of profit. So it all comes back and we're home with 1 unit of profit. Just like the regular Oscars grind. There's a couple of things I'm also going to add to that, and we'll see if it happens, and I'll explain it if it does. So doing a come out again. Oh, we've got a yo, so that's just a straight out winner. So beautiful, we'll take that. And another straight up winner, we'll take that one too. So remember, this is an up as you win, but it's only ever trying to win 1 unit, and I'm sticking with that philosophy. Oscar's grind is about winning 1 unit. We're not changing that at all. We're sticking, well, so this is a nice win streak. It does show you that streaks can happen, as we've just seen. And we're on the 8. All right, so try and hit the 8 before a 7. That's all we're trying to do. Of course, feel free to play this. I'd probably use a separate, very separate bankroll. Keep it separate in your rack if you want to play some other action. You really do want to track where you are with your wins and losses and things like that. Oops, that was a 1. That was a 4-1-5. Got a yo. Just looking for an 8. Got the hard 6. And got the hard 4. And we've got that 5. And 4 again. And 4 again. There's lots of repeaters tonight. And a 5. And we actually got the 8. So we're quite happy with that. So again, we've had, I think, 4 come out winners. Maybe actually 5 if you count our recovery from the previous Oscars grind series that we had. And I call it like a series. So beautiful. So we're already up $100. Oh, sorry, 125. It's not a bad little run we've had. But you're not here to see the positive, you're here to see the negative and how do we handle the downsides. Well, there's a loser. So again, we just same bet and nothing interesting. There is some rules that I've actually going to introduce, but we actually have to get up a little bit before I can show them. So hopefully we'll get there. That's a 4 is the point. Oh, we hit it. Sorry, that's me rolling the dice. That's a 4, so we've got the point. So we take that back and we go up on our win because we're trying to get ourselves a unit of profit. That just got us back our loss. We still need to generate the unit of profit. And in fact, what am I doing? We go back down because we're only trying to win the 1 unit, not 2 units. So we're just trying to win the 1 unit, so we're just back down to flat. So it's like we've almost started the series over again, and basically we've just got ourselves back to even. That's effectively what we're doing. And we've got to come out 7. So there's our unit of profit. So another series completed. Right, here we go again. Start a new series on the 8. So not able to really get too far, but at some point our luck's going to change and go against us. There's a 6 that was. That's a 9. That's a 9 again, back to back. And it's a 6. So far 6s and 9s are popular. And there's a 10. And there's a 5. So we're all over the box numbers. There's that 10 again. So 2 10s before the 7. There's that 6. And there's 6 again. Lots of repeaters. Yo. And that 6 keeps coming up. And he's not going away. Hard 6. And there's the 8. So quite a run we've had there. And if you're playing your box numbers, you'd be absolutely happy. But we started the series and we finished the series. So start over again. So not really digging much of a hole at this point. But that's the idea behind the grind. It is a grind. It's just trying to win one unit. It's not aggressive. It's a fairly conservative kind of a play. And with the little rule that I've introduced, there's a 7 out, so there's a loser. The little rule I've introduced, we should keep our bets even a little bit flatter than what they would otherwise normally do with the grind. So again, we same bet on a loss. 10. So on the 10, probably won't get the 10. 9. So hopefully we'll get some back-to-back losses. There's a 7. Okay, we got one. All right, so there's 2 back-to-back losses. Same bet. Let's keep going. We are just at the space level, so we've got to come out winner. So that's a win. So all we need to do is win back our 1 unit to make a profit. So we go up, we take that win and we stick it on top. We go up the 1 unit. That's all we have to do to cover the loss and get our 1 unit profit and end that series for Oscar's grind. If we get it, and if we don't, then we'll be down 3 units net. And there's our 7, okay. So we're down 3 units, good. All right, so that's two losses in a row. Now, that's 2, we had a loss, then we had a win, and then we've had another loss of 2 units. So we same bet at 2 units, keep it the same. There is another rule I'm going to show. If we get another loss, hopefully we do. Yes, we did. Great. So now I can show you the other rule. So remember that was our first loss, then we got a win, then we got a loss, now we've got 2 losses back to back. So there was a win in here, and this is our second loss in a row. So now what we do is we go down a unit, and every 2 losses we get back to back, we go down 1 unit, which the Oscars grind normally doesn't do this, it just stays flat. What I'm trying to do, if I get an extended run of losses, I just want to reduce what I have to recover. So we're going down a unit. Yes, we might get a win at a lower level, but that's okay. We're not building as big a hole. 6. So this is a bit of a difference. So it's departed from the Oscars grind considerably with this little rule that I'm introducing. 9. But we get a long streak of losses. You're not going to keep, if you're at a high level, say you're at, say, 6 units, you're not going to be playing 6, 6, 6. It's going to go 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3. So you're depreciating how much you're exposed and how much you actually have to recover. And that's the idea behind this simple little regression. So we've gone down to 1. Again, we had another loss, where normally we'd be losing 2 units. So now we're staying at this level, because we're down at base level now at 8. 9. But the idea is it's back to back. It's not go down a unit every loss. It's go down every 2 losses. 5. 6. Came hard. Now we've got the 8. So alright, so because we've already come down, remember our win is the same as what? Now we just had a loss at this level, so we're kind of at this level, that's fine. Our win basically recovers that 1 unit that we lost. We still go up a unit. So let's go up 2 units. And we just keep going up a unit as we win. 4. 9. Aces. 6, 3, 10, and 7 out. All right, so we didn't get there. So another loss. So again, we just same bet. We're at the 2 unit level now, so we're same bet, it's loss, another loss. We'll same bet, if we lose this, we'll drop down again. Okay, so ace deuce. We lost that one too. So now we drop down. Now we've got a yo. So we get one of our bets back, and we'll go up. And we go back. Alright, so now we're seeing that sort of alternating pattern. But remember, we're not escalating up too much, we're kind of staying around the same level. On the 4, 3, 3, 5, 8, sorry, the points there. I was wanting to say something here. By staying at this same level, and the reason why we would go back to back, we stay at the same level, is often you can get win-loss, and by doing that, we're kind of recovering what we just lost. If we just drop down immediately, we'd only be getting 1 unit. So it actually works, I think it works better to only drop down after the 2, because 2 in a row is a lot less common than alternating win-loss. So that's why I kind of leave it at the same level for the first one. There's a 7. Okay, so we got another loser. All right, so drop down to 1. And it's really your discretion. You can stay at the same level, you can drop down to 1 after you've seen 2. If you're in this sort of holding pattern, you can always drop down a unit at any point. It's not really a hard and fast rule. 6, 4, 10's the point. 7 out. So now we're having a loss run. There we go. So we're now same betting. That's a 9. So quite a lot of losses there. As you can see, quite a lot. There's a lot of things haven't gone well for us. All our profits all gone. That was a 4. Sorry, a 3, 4, 7. Again, we lose. Get over to here. Come on. Same bet. At some point the pass line has to win. But we're mostly, with this strategy, we're mostly betting flat until we actually get some wins. And that's the whole point of it. There we go, we've got a point. We won one. So, made the point. So we go up. Hoping we can get one back to back. All we need is some back to back points. 5. Oh, that was a hard 4. So, whoops, that was a 10. One dice rolled there. 6, 4, 10. Back to back, 6, 4, 10. Hard 10, that's 3 10s in a row, back to back. There's an 8. There's a 6. There's a 6 again. Aces. There's a hard 6. Oops, knocking over chips. Got our 5. All right, we'll take that. So we get back 2 units. I can consolidate all this back. I need to keep it all stretched out, but we know we've got a chunk here. All right, we've got a fair bit here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll keep it in hundreds. So we've got 275 there. So we had a win, go up a unit, pocket one. So on a win, we're always going up 1 unit. We're trying to recover on the 5 again. Must be liking that 5. There you go. Could have used that the roll before. 8. That's 8 again. 10. Ace deuce. 4. And there's our 7. So 7 took us down. That's all right. So we just same bet, straight up, same bet it. All right, so that's loss number 1. If we get another loss here, we'll drop down to 2 units. So we just drop 1 unit. So we did. We got aces. Not good. Having a pretty ordinary run. So now, instead of betting 3, because this was 3 units, we've had 2 back-to-back losses. So we go down 1 unit, down to 2. We're trying to conserve our runway, our bankroll here, rather than staying at the same level. We're just dropping it back a bit. 9. And 7 out. Again, the loss run continues. So 2. This is our, so 1, 2, 3. This could be loss number 4 on the back of a whole lot of other losses. There's a 5. 8. That's a hard 10. Oh, I've got the 5. All right, so pick that up, go up 1, rack 1. Now we've got to come out 7. Kind of expecting to get one of these at some point. Again, up 1, rack the rest. On the 9. And come out 7. So what do we got there? 4. So betting 4 units. So we go back up 4 units. On the 6. Hard 10. 4, 1, 5. 9. 8. And there's our 6. So effectively we got it back. So we go up a unit, put the rest back in our rack. So we continue on our progression with those back-to-back winners, but obviously we didn't get a back-to-back winner. We got win-loss, win-loss. So again, here we go. Come out 7. All right, back in our rack. Now, I'm not going up any more than this because I haven't had back-to-back winners. I've already gone up the once after a loss streak. I got a win and I've gone up, and I've had another loss and I've recovered my loss. So I don't go up anymore until I get another one back-to-back. That's the kind of rule I'm doing because I don't want to keep building this up. Now you can do it, you can go up 1 or 2 and then go, okay, but as long as we keep going win-loss, win-loss, we're not getting 2 back-to-back wins, I'm not going to keep escalating this up. I'm going to keep it relatively flat. So that's the other, that other adjustment I was talking about on the 6. I think these actually do make quite a bit of a difference to how quickly you'll plough through your bankroll. If you get this sort of win-loss, win-loss, you're building up slowly each time. We got our 6, so that's fantastic because we recover a chunk of change here. We can pocket that and we can go up a unit. Now, I want to explain something here. When I look at what's here, I know I've got 225. So I've got basically 4 units and 5 units to recover. And I actually need 10 units to get my profit. So when I look at that, if I just bet 5, I can take one of these back, because I'm still going to have to make 2 bets to get home, to get my profit and get home. And this is one of the other adjustments I wanted to talk about. You want to kind of look at when you kind of halfway to your target. I've got 4 units here and I've got 5 here, that's 9 units. But to get my unit of profit, I need 10 units. So it doesn't make sense for me to be betting more than 5 units, more than half of that, right? Half of 10 is 5. There's no point me betting 6 and then having to go and bet 4. I should just bet 5, bet less, take less risk on, because I still need the same number of win events to actually succeed. So better to reduce my risk on this, on the halfway point to get me halfway to my target. So that's another thing. Look at where your target is, look at what your bet level is. And if you know your target's halfway, don't bet more than what you need to get halfway. And then the second bet, if you win the first bet, the second bet you do the other half. But don't do more than what you need. Always err on, and if it was like 9, you needed 9, well, I'd go 4 and then 5. I wouldn't go 5 then 4. I'd take the less risk first, then with the win under my belt, then I can risk the 5. So that's the other adjustment that I wanted to show there, because that's a way of, you still need 2 success events. We're not changing the number of success events, but we are changing what we're risking. And that's a real important little tweak there. There's a 7. So we'll take all that profit back in our rack. Now again, 4, should have 5 on felt. That's what I need to win and generate my profit if we get there. We're on the 6. Five. Ace deuce. 10. Yo. 8. And we got the 6. So, kind of got there. Not quite enough. Need to get my unit of profit from the house. All comes back. And we've locked up our profit. So, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So did we actually get high betting? We only really got high betting on back-to-back wins, because we kept going up as we win. So once you're getting wins under your belt, that's when your bet starts to go up. But that's okay, because you kind of got back-to-back wins and you're racking stuff back in your rack. It's okay to extend yourself another unit each bet. But when you're losing, we don't want to keep betting at whatever level we're at. We want to actually kind of regress down every 2 losses back to back. We regress down a unit, and that way we're not keep betting at a high level. We kind of bring ourselves back down gently. But then when we win, we go up at twice the rate of what we come down at. So that kind of gets us back home to our profit with less win events than the loss events that it took to get there. So they're some of the tweaks that I've just shown you there. They're fairly subtle, but I actually think they make the Oscars grind safer. So I can't really call it the Oscars grind, but it's inspired by the Oscars grind. And maybe someone else has done this. I haven't actually seen anyone do these tweaks to the Oscars grind, and I've done lots of searching and lots of reading to try and see what people do to modify the Oscars grind, but there really wasn't able to come up with anything. So these are just some of the ideas that I've come up with. Another one, just another slight tweak, which it didn't come up in our play, but another tweak you can do is if you've got, say, 2 you got to win, and maybe you're at 2 units there, and you've got 2, and it's really only this case here. I'll potentially add the 1 unit extra to get my 2 units that I owe, that I've lost, plus make my unit a profit. And I'll only go 1 more unit than I actually have to. And that's just trying to reduce the number of win events. Yes, I'm putting a little bit more risk, but I either risk the 3 units on 1 roll, or I risk, I risk 2 rolls of, more or less the same amount. So that's just another way of requiring less success events. But it's really only in this case where you've had a couple of losses, then you've had, maybe a couple of wins or something, and you're kind of in this situation where you just need 1 extra unit, so you'll go up that extra 1 just to bring it home. So it's really, they're the only real tweaks. I think the sort of go down as you lose, 2 losses in a row, go down a unit, and the other one, after win-loss, once you've gone up once and you get another win-loss, then probably not a good idea to keep going up each time after a win. Wait till you get back-to-back wins before you start going up again. And they're really subtle. I know they seem like small changes, but they actually can make a big difference to the levels you get to with Oscar's grind. So I actually think this gives a lot more safety in the play, and ultimately you require less runway or less bankroll. You still want to have some bankroll to absorb losses until you get that win streak, but those little adjustments, I know they're real subtle, but they actually do matter. So hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching.